The Paladins of Tyr fight can be one of the more challenging early Act 1 fights that you can do straight after you meet Karlach if you choose to help her so that she can join your party. So this is my super easy foolproof way to get through this fight, perfect for anyone wanting to avoid any extra risk during their honor run or just for anyone who has been having a bit of a hard time with this fight. So you will want a character with the spell Magic Missile. I have Gale here as a level 3 wizard, but any character with this spell should be fine. And then I have ungrouped him from the rest of the party. And then everyone else is just crouched down the side of the building here out of the way because I do not want them involved in the first part of this fight. But before we start fighting anyone, you want to speak to Sorrel here, the trader, but you do not want to speak to her while she's standing outside here, otherwise she'll know that Karlach is nearby. So you will want to wait until she heads inside, and then you can speak to her in here with no issues.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
From here, you can sell her anything you like. Take all of her gold. Do not sell her any thrown weapons though. So no javelins, daggers, that kind of thing. Otherwise, she will be able to use those against you in the upcoming fight, and it'll just make things a little bit harder for yourself. So don't do that. But sell her a pouch or a backpack. Either is fine. I just collect these as I go around. And then you want to open that pouch in her inventory and just move across everything she has. And then that way, once she's dead, you will be able to take everything that is in this pouch and not just the few bits and pieces that you would usually get. I recommend doing this with all the traders that you come across that you know you're probably going to kill, and that way you just get yourself a whole lot of extra gear.
In Tyr's name.
That's optional though, it depends how honorable you feel like being. Anyway, from here we are going to head up this ladder. Make sure you pick up this soul coin here. And then you need to destroy the ladder so that you can't be followed up here. You might get a little bit of attitude for that, but that's fine, doesn't really matter. From here we are going to head inside.
Cut it out. It's worse than Knowles out
So
there.
I did a similar method to this during my last honor run, and Anders ended up jumping straight up onto these planks here, and he killed Gale very quickly. So this is just a way to get through this fight with pretty much zero risk, super easy. You want to pick up these wooden crates that are just on the ground here. And then we are going to place them down here to block off this area. And then this way, Anders can't jump straight up here. You will see that if they wanted, they could jump up and climb over. So if you wanted to make this even safer, you could grab more of the wooden barrels and crates that are around this area and stack them up higher. I think that's unnecessary though. I've never had any issues with this. But you do want to take out this second ladder here. Do not forget to do this. And make sure you just do this with your basic weapons. Do not waste your spell slots on this. At level 3 we don't have many, so we will need all of those. So we are going to be focusing our attacks on Anders here. The other two, Trin and Sorrel, are pretty easy to beat, but at this point in the game, level 5, Anders is super challenging. He does a lot of damage with the Sword of Justice here. This is a pretty decent early game weapon that you can grab off him after he's dead. but he could easily take out pretty much all of your characters with 1 or 2 hits. So we want to avoid facing him head on. We're going to head back out the door here and just stand somewhere that is out of the line of sight of this doorway. And then we are going to attack Anders with our magic missile. And this will initiate combat. So you'll see here, Gale failed a stealth check. If you don't fail that, you succeed that check, Anders will start looking for you. He doesn't know where you are and you will not enter combat. So if that does happen, you can either just wait for him to return to this room, or you can attack Trin, who will just be standing in this area still, and that'll initiate combat. So from here, because they can't get up to you, they just start kind of running around confused. We just have to wait for them to finish their turn. So from here, we are going to target Anders directly by clicking on his picture up here, and then Magic Missile can attack him as long as he's anywhere within 18 meters. So we will just wait for them to finish running around, climbing on crates. At level 3, my Gale is not particularly tough. He doesn't do a lot of damage, so this can take a few rounds. But we're nearly there. Sometimes with this, instead of running into the room, Trin or Sorrel might run outside. And if they do run all the way around the back here, they may be able to attack you in this area. So if that happens, just move somewhere out of their line of sight. Alright, this should do it. Alright, that is Anders done. From here, don't end turn.
Come on, let's go.
I am going to bring in the rest of my party. So, Trin here isn't too difficult to deal with. She can cast Ensnaring Strike, and she does use the lightning arrows that can do a bit of damage to all of your characters. Sorrel can cast the spell Hold Person, which is one of my favorite crowd control spells for when I'm using it, but not one I like to be used against me. So let's see if we can take her out before she can attack us.
Stay out of sight.
Nice, nearly there.
Let's think ahead, or I'm lost.
Easy. Alright, now we'll return to Gale, end his turn. Just have to deal with Trin.
Have to keep going.
Alright, she'll probably get off a... No, she's using her action to dash. What a waste. Let's use Gale's last spell slot here. Nice.
I'm heating up. About it.
And done. Super easy. Didn't take any damage there at
I
all.
won't go back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick, that's right.
So Karlak is going to run around and smash everything up and set everything on fire here. But while she's
Time to
doing
press
that,
ahead.
I might take a little bit of fire damage, but I'm just going to show
Let's have a
you.
look.
So Sorrel here, here's the pouch, and there is all of her inventory. That would be everything you sell to her, so we can just directly take all of that. And then this is the Sword of Justice from Anders. You definitely want to grab that as well. And then there's quite a lot of equipment around here, a lot of camp supplies, and you definitely want to go down into this wooden hatch. But yeah, that is my way of getting through this fight. Hopefully it was helpful, and thank you for watching.